This is our second session of Cloud Empress. Um, Last time we got to know our characters a little bit. We got on the last voyage of the Bean Barge from one of the Cloud Cities, and most people made it. I mean, everyone made it to the ground. Some people made it to the ground in less lethal ways than other. Um, Folks left from Delta City, split up on the Bean Barge. Met some folks, including Sippa, who is a cloudling who was wounded and then healed. Small Onion, who was the first mate and charming, and Mother Menfa, who was a brood nun who went down with one of the escape pods, but managed to hold off the Imago a little bit. And then there was Genmo, the sellsword disguised as a brood monk, who was not helping with the crashing part. But we got on the ground here, and we are ready to move to the hex crawl part. I'd like to do some introductions. I'm Marquis and them, and I am our keeper today. I'm just going to go in order that I see you on the screen. So, Danny, can you introduce yourself and your character quick?
Yeah, my name's Danny. I use he, him pronouns. My character died last time. A horrible accident, a crash landing. I am now playing, the dice gave me an old lordling, and his name is Smoking Rook. He uses he, him pronouns. He is a tall, thin, wiry, older gentleman with big, bushy, white facial hair and completely covered except for maybe his face, head to toe in jet black mourner's armor. Mourner in the sense of I am mourning someone.
Hmm.
I just came from a funeral, and I have a large bluish pack squab, but be careful because she bites.
Fantastic. Thank you, Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm playing Carmelith, she who goes by Stormy, in part to disguise her origin. She's a relatively young magician, although you wouldn't know it necessarily because magic's never quite gone her way. So she's struggling to learn how to do it better while meanwhile staying alive and making ends meet and doing what she can to uh, help people, I guess, if you come right down to it. She's she's good with a gun and she's good at being a doctor and she's pretty darn mediocre at casting spells. But that doesn't stop her from having dozens of tattoos of magical theories, and adding to them fairly frequently, or having somebody else add them to them in the case of the ones on her back, which I guess she must read with a mirror, um, because otherwise, what do you do?
They're written down.
She's made friends with one of the NPCs that survived the crash of the Bean Barge, named Sippa. For now, that's her name. And she has a couple of idiosyncrasies. She has lonely living armor. What it's lonely for remains to be determined. And she has a passionate love note from a pen pal that she has never seen.
Cool, thank you. And Teal.
Yeah.
My name's Teal. You can call me anything you want. Um, as far as my character, that's Mama, she, her. And Mama is an old lady, and she's just trying to survive. People keep complicating things. She is actually A long time ago, she was the third daughter of a cloudling aristocratic family. She was into horticulture and genealogy, which turns out to be dangerous when politics change. So she had to run away with her genealogical records. And since then, she's just been surviving. She's apparently, as we discovered last week, skilled at doing ship repairs while in flight. Um, I got that O1 on the roll when I was going down to work on the Holland stuff. So basically, she's just good at surviving. She understands things about plants and to a certain degree machines. She will say marginally succeeded at landing the ship as it was falling after something had happened up on in the pilot's area when I wasn't around, and the pilot had been ripped out of their uh, connection to the ship, and the brood monk question mark brood monk was trying to pilot the ship, and he was not at all qualified for that.
He was
Mama,
definitely.
on the other hand, was, she had seen it before. It can't be that hard, right? Sure. We some of us survived, and so her next goal will be to see who is still alive besides myself, because I did survive.
Yeah. And in fact, you managed to get down. I think the brood monk either died or disappeared. The brood monk,
Mm,
not to be found. The captain, very bad shape, but managed to you managed to pull him out
okay.
and get him to a healer. I think that's where we're going to start off with Mama at Tack Town. Um, so Tack Town was the destination, the original destination before Genmo tried to hijack it and go into the heart of the Imago swarm. Um, you took a wound, which is pretty nasty,
Yeah.
but that's fine. You can work that out at some point. But Tacktown is basically the last like actual city that is down here in the lowland wastes. It's a bunch of hard shell tents and tack shaped, like thumbtack shaped plasteel buildings. Um, that are relatively resistant to Imago. They've been there for a while. In fact, I can paste a little map of what it looks
So I
like.
have a question. There were a couple of things I was going to, I didn't know that we were landing close to civilization. There were a couple of things I was thinking about acquiring once we got on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I think the first thing you need to acquire is medical attention, which is you're in luck.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
have
yeah.
some here.
No, it was just inside the ship. So there was
Oh
the
yeah.
dagger that was used against the one lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would have picked that up when I was trying to repair the escape pod.
Oh yeah, yeah. I believe it was a saber.
Oh, was it a saber? Okay.
Um, yeah, that is correct.
Is it broken or is it good?
It was used to slit her throat and then kind of like jammed into the machinery. It's definitely not in great shape. I think the blade has snapped, but you
Okay, so
can.
broken saber.
But it's a cloudling saber. You can definitely grab it. Maybe have it repaired, reforged.
Okay.
Maybe sell it for trinkets. Yeah, you can throw that in your inventory if you would like to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Um, there's also like plasteel walls around the we'll call it a city. It's pretty small. Um, and there's actually a little bit of foot traffic. There's a few couriers coming and going with their pack squabs. There are one or two spore keepers and other religious-looking people milling around. You can smell the smell of it's kind of like burning sugar smell of the chalk engines of a thopter taking off. You can also smell something good cooking in the central cafeteria slash mess hall in the middle. And just a building or two over from that cafeteria is the infirmary. It's a open space. It's a communal hospital for both people who have been injured and who have long-term illnesses. A lot of the medical equipment there is pretty old, ancient, in fact. But there are a few medical personnel, healers that are there, and recovering from a wound is Mama, and also recovering is the captain, who Mama managed to bring out. The beds are like straw mattresses. The captain is not doing great. He is coming in and out, probably not super long for this world. And when he comes to, he is writing in a journal with an ink quill, just trying to like get down thoughts before the inevitable. Stormy and Sippa, you did manage to land your escape pod in perfect order, pretty near the destination. So we'll have you coming into town as well, since that's where you were headed in the first place. Ideally, the Bean Barge would have landed there and sold off some of the fresh water that they had been carrying. Not so much anymore. I'm curious about Rook. Rook, are you like a resident of Tack Town? Are you passing through? What's your deal there?
I think Rook was part of some kind of funeral party for some cloudling soldier somewhere,
Mm.
and has been traveling after the fact
Mm-hmm.
for a number of days and has come into town.
Nice, nice. There will be many there will be many cloudling funerals, as I'm sure that you know. The Bean Barge is not the only arrival to the lowland wastes. The 29th expedition from the Cloud Cities have landed, with the Empress disappearing. The troops have been rallied, and they are coming down to both find her and bring her back, and also wage their intermittent war on the Imago. Um, you can tell by its name, the 29th expedition, that there have been several others, and there are still a lot of Imago everywhere. So, it's a tough fight. Fortunately, nothing is happening here. Was the funeral for a soldier or for someone else?
I think so. I think with this armor, I get the feeling, and I took military order as a skill, so I
Nice.
think Rook was part of some kind of cloudling military force, is probably retired in some fashion or is freshly retired, having walked away. And I think, yeah,
Was
this.
freshly retired.
Nice. Cool. So, yeah. So, the lay of the land here in Tack Town, we have, what do we have here? We have Tack Town. Great. Cafeteria in the middle. We've got the infirmary where Mama and the captain are. There's a dormitory where the village elders hang out. There's a courier's open market in the southeast. There's the sort of city council chambers just to the west of the cafeteria. There's a big salvage yard in the southwest, and there is a bustling bar called the Old Plank in the northern part of town. Stormy, do you ask after folks from the barge? I think Sippa is a bit inward looking at the moment, kind of.
I do, but I do one thing first.
Yeah.
Well, two things if you count this. First is I wrap up that cannon so that it's not obvious anymore. And the second thing is I go to some not some crap peddler on the side of the road and give him a few trinkets for a big hat.
Cool. I think that's possible. Yeah.
Okay. I take that back to Sipa and I say, here, you've got to cover that beautiful hair of yours, or you can be spotted from a mile away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go check and see who else made it from the crash. Don't leave without a really good reason, okay?
Yeah. I think Sipa would head to the plank, the bar.
All right.
It seemed like
keep a low profile. Don't let anybody get a really good look at you if you can.
I'll do what I can.
Well, the military. You told me yourself they're coming to look for you.
They are,
right?
The house guards, not the 29th, but once news gets back up, they'll.
Yeah. Let's not give them any more help than we can. You have money?
I have a few things here and there. I can handle myself for a little while.
Okay, but don't sell anything that's special. Okay.
I mean, there's my armor. My sister's doll.
I'm just saying, cover up. I'm just saying, don't sell anything that somebody could be asking. That somebody could see and be asking for, and then wonder. And maybe put your face together. In other words, so if you need some small change, I say I dive a pocket and hand it to a pocket, and I slap some into her hand. I'll catch up with you soon, and then I am going to look for the rest of them. Because I know that the barge didn't make it.
Yeah, and it was kind of a not a big deal, but news traveled quickly of the skyship captain and one of the passengers making their way to the infirmary, and it's clearly Mama by the description.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go there. I presume that the stuff for the people whose pod crashed was summarily looted before
or
any of us had a chance to get it
beyond recognition. Yeah.
One of those things. I mean, it's just I understand. It's the way of the world.
Yeah.
It's like finders keepers if they're dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go to the infirmary.
Great. Mama is there.
How are they being taken care of?
Yeah, I think Mama is up and about.
How well?
I mean, you took a wound, which is significant but not mortal.
Right.
It would take a little bit more. Captain,
I sit Mama down if she lets me, and take a look at how they're treating you.
Yeah, pretty well. She wasn't in danger of dying from the crash.
This isn't bad.
Scrapes and bits.
Oh, okay. I think you're all right. You never know with these, freaking hospitals. It all depends on how much the medic has been drinking. Well, it does.
It does.
Drinking is very important for survival. Don't you understand?
Yeah, I know. It's just, it's this once your hands start to shake a lot, it's sucker stitch. How about the captain?
He sort of got ripped out of his. He's got holes.
Ripped out of his what?
His harness. He was connected by his harness to the ship.
Oh, he was hooked in somehow?
Yep.
Ew. Okay. Well, I'll go check on him anyway. Is he awake?
He is awake. And in fact, his holes are being disinfected by the village healer, Raspberry. And
I introduce myself to Raspberry.
Scratching in his pad.
Hey, I'm Stormy.
Oh, I'm the healer. Are you? What? How can I help you? I have a lot of patients right now, but if you need something, I can fix it. Whatever it is.
Maybe I can help out.
Help out.
Yeah, I know my way around the infirmary. I just want to make sure first the captain here is getting what he needs.
The captain is and Captain Stella kind of like coughs a bit and like but like I've my flying days are over, but and he kind of like shakes his book. He says, but uh, I'm gonna hand this over to Mama when the time comes, and the time is coming soon. And Raspberry like kind of pats him sympathetically, but gives you a look like
I listen to his chest,
yeah.
and then I straighten up and I go, yeah.
Raspberry has done a good job of what they can do, but
yeah,
there's only so much.
okay.
Yeah, especially with the getting pulled out of the mechanism of the ship. The crash by itself
Oh God, I can't
probably would have been
imagine that.
okay,
I
but
can't imagine that. Ugh.
a lot of internal damage.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So yeah, I say to Raspberries, okay, so that book's going to go over to Mama, right?
Right.
And let's just make sure she gets it.
You said you're a healer?
Yeah. You know, I have some formal training and then I learned a lot on my own.
I haven't seen you in town before. Are you? I assume you're new
I just dropped in, if you get my drift.
from the ship, right?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
afraid so. It's much faster than I really wanted to.
So you must
That's
have
true.
business down here. I understand.
Yeah, yeah, but I might as well make myself useful in the meantime.
Well, I mean, we can always use a hand. It's mostly me. There's a few people who can help out running, water and rags, but
Yeah, no, okay, I can stitch, I can use most of the common herb preps.
oh wow.
Um,
Well, that's more than anyone I've seen in a while. Yeah, please. And he directs you to a bed. People have various ailments and stuff. There's some folks who have some like white spore infection on them. Not too
Geez,
much.
where? And I ask him, it's like, do you know where you got this? Where were you?
Um, out in the fields. It's everywhere out there. It's
Oh,
they
geez,
say
just in the fields. I'd heard it was in the forests, down in the lowlands, but it's in the fields too. Oh,
well,
I'm sorry.
spore-keepers aren't really doing a lot of the keeping, I guess. More,
I guess not.
but I'm
Okay.
all right. I've seen
Anyway,
way worse.
I don't have to, and
Yeah,
we'll cut away at this point.
you can do the rounds. Um, Rook, where are you hanging out in Tack Town?
Think a couple days journey away from a rather tragic funeral. I'm at the old plank.
Of course, yeah. Um, and if you've been here a day or two, you know that the person who walks in is, I mean, you clearly recognize them as another cloudling. She is tall, carries herself as if she expects people to get out of her way, wincing as she is clearly nursing some injury, probably some sort of soldier. Um, but there are some cloudlings here, uh, not as many as you'd like probably. And she bellies up to the bar and orders something stiff and a little bit fancy and gets the stiff part. And I think she eyes you and she's like, oh, another, someone else of character, and makes her way over and introduces herself. I'm Silver.
Rook, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Silver.
What uh, what brings you here? You look uh, well. You look like you've seen a few things. Are you down here with the expedition?
No, I was here for a friend's funeral service.
Oh,
Couple days travel away. They wanted to be buried here in the lowlands. And you look a little worse for the wear, if you don't mind me saying so.
yes, I um came down with the expedition, and all of my squad mates were eaten by Imago. I barely escaped with my life.
Fortune favors you. I think noticing like her wincing,
Mm.
um, I
And
do.
it's clearly a bandaged, like abdominal slash chest wound
I think
slash.
Rook like stands and moves out a chair to like help her be seated.
Mm.
And please take a load off. Can I get you anything to eat? Are you hungry? Do you need sustenance? Something more than just, he nods towards the stiff drink.
I think this will do for now. I really don't know where I'm going after this. I'm here with a friend though, so I think I'm just going to follow their lead for a while.
Someone else from the expedition.
Yes. And she is clearly lying,
Yeah.
like very apparently.
I think he leans in close and like eyes around. Says, "Are you in some kind of trouble? Do you need help?
I'm in trouble, but I don't think there's any help.
Is anything I can do?" But for now, you and I are just old friends, right?
Of course.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm safe for a while, but time comes for us all. It's nice to see someone of quality down here. Um, I was not expecting this journey to take the turn it did, but uh, you're a sight for sore eyes.
I think up in up where we might call home can be tiring. And he's like referring to like all of the politicking and backstabbing. He's like, it's nice to get away,
And front stabbing.
rely on each other.
Well, here's to a simpler life. Let's cut back to Stormy and Mama. Uh, what's your the Raspberry has put Stormy to work and is like keeping kind of an eye on you and very satisfied with the help that you're providing. What are you two up to after visiting the captain and Mama up and about?
Mama, I'm going to first let me say I'm glad you made it. And second, I'm going to check on my friend, who I think is at the bar. What are you planning to do? You should take it easy.
Well, I haven't had a good meal in a while. This is a nice place to rest. I'm going to ask around. There are a few people who seem to have disappeared from the ship before I was functional, so I'm going to see if I can track them down without leaving the hospital, of course.
Yeah, okay, great. Just don't strain anything.
Oh, I strain things all day long. Are you kidding?
I mean, don't get sick.
Oh, okay, sure.
Because who knows? We may have to pack up and move soon, and you understand.
I'm just here to get along. If you got someplace to go and you need some help, I'm fine with that.
All right. And I'm gonna head out to the plank.
Awesome.
And can I find them there?
Easily, yes. Yeah, it's not a huge place.
I see that Sippa is talking to an obvious lordling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like obvious with lordling with underscores on him. Like,
yeah. And she sees
I am,
you and wishes you
I am immediately on my guard.
Yeah.
I unconsciously like run a hand through my hair, even though honestly it's ridiculous. It does nothing, but the reflex is still there, even after all of these years. And I come up and I say, "Hey," and I realize that I forgot to make up a fake name with Sipa. And I curse inside. I said, "Hey, how are you doing? Who's your companion here?"
This is my new friend Rook. I introduce myself like I do to everyone, Silver. Um, that's
Right.
my name.
Yeah, that's right. And Rook, I look at you, clearly suspiciously, through narrowed eyes. And Stormy, um, you know, Stormy was highborn, but she's tried very, very hard to shuck all of the manners that come with it. And she looks very scruffy and kind of trail worn. And I say, "Rook, huh? What's your business? What's
Wearing one
a
of the
lordling such as
funeral-
yourself doing here?"
Are you wearing one of the armbands, Rook, from the funeral?
Yeah, I have a whole trunk full. I imagine I have like maybe there's some kind of like however many armbands you have mean a thing, so it's just more than just one.
You're here for a funeral?
A few days ago, I've been traveling. He stands and gives a short bow and greeting. A practice glance gives you up and down and then over to Silver to make sure she's not on edge, making sure this
No,
is the companion.
I edge. I move like a centimeter closer to Silver when you do that. Just feeling very protective right now.
Any friend of Silver is a friend of mine. Can I get you something to drink?
That's kind of presumptuous, isn't it?
We must all look after each other.
So you're here for a funeral here in Tack Town? Really?
A few days away, I've been traveling
Where?
out in the lowlands.
Why on earth would someone like you, pardon my uh my question here, but why on earth would a personage such as yourself be doing down here in the lowlands?
A friend, companion. They thought they could not get rest. Buried up among the clouds. It's better for them to return here to the earth. It was their last wishes.
Now I've heard everything. Well, okay. What direction is this funeral?
Probably to the east, it would have been.
It was to the east.
Was I planning to go to the east, Mark?
That's up to you. The only description coming down here is you were coming down here for the for the summer, for the spring, to do whatever you wanted to do. So that is up to you what your intentions are. The east is where the expedition has landed, and there's a lot of imago over there as well.
There's a lot of trouble over there, right?
Hence I'm here. He smiles.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're have to go east here, we're going to run into.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You are mistaken. The funeral was a few days ago. I'd been traveling for some time.
Oh, you're still in mourning, but you've got. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yes.
So you don't mind. So are you headed anywhere in particular?
He I think his gaze goes a little unfocused and like he loses a little of his posture and then he catches himself and says, "No, No place in particular.
Well, we're probably going west if you don't have any place particular to go.
Do you require the company of an old knight?
I don't, I check myself in the middle of a sentence and I say clearly something which is not what I intended to say at the beginning, which was, I don't know what a knight does.
What honor demands.
That's a circular definition. What does honor demand?
Your friend here, Silver, he like draws out Silver, like emphasizing like clearly this is not her name. Uh
I shoot you. You get a dirty look from me.
yeah. Is worse for the wearer, and
I
I
know that.
fear for her safety.
I'm her doctor, among other things.
Oh, good.
Then I think to myself, confused, like, what did among other things just mean? It just came out. Well, okay. We also have a friend back at the hospital who has to rest up for some days. Got hurt in the crash of the barge.
More the merrier. I'm happy to meet their acquaintance. If you have any belongings, I have a pack squab and carry some deal of it.
That'll be. Yeah, I have one thing that I want to put on that. Otherwise, I like carrying my stuff on my back just in case. But I have a kind of an awkward bundle that can go there. So what can you do? What do knights do?
Well, in my youth, there were a number of things I could do. Dueling, blade work. Now remains to be seen.
You're not sick, are you?
Not to my knowledge.
You'd probably be the first one to know.
I should hope so. But the spores, sometimes they're sinister. They creep up on you.
They do. And sometimes they don't show for a while. But usually you have something. You have a cough. You have some double vision. You have something. All right. I give a kind of I shoot a look to Silver. Just getting used to that name. Okay.
And she seems very comfortable, like still wincing a bit, but she is clearly enjoying this new company.
I shoot a look to Silver and I go, I guess you can come with us.
Let's drink on it. Orders orders another round.
Yeah. All right.
What is Mama up to right now?
So Mama was going to see if either the captain or anybody else had seen Small Onion.
I mean, the captain was, and he says, Stello says, he was, after that brute tore me from the ship, I didn't see much. I heard their voice. I think they kept him from steering the ship into the Imago fields. I don't know how. He's 3 times their size. I mean, unless you saw them.
She was gone by the time I got up there, so I don't know what happened.
Well, she's tough. She'll make it somehow. It's a shame. She was a good mate to have on the ship.
She seemed like a nice young lady. Very well. Do you have any kin that you would like me to get things to?
Not anymore, and everything I had was on the ship, except for my log. I don't think I'm gonna make it till morning.
Well, do you have is there anything that we can do that will ease your last time?
I I only pray that the Empress is found, and perhaps she can shine her light on me. I know she has the power to change things, so it's unlikely that anyone would find her before the expedition would, though, and certainly not in time to save me.
Well, keep in mind that she's not gone. She's always present.
Your your company is soothing.
I'm glad. And she pats him on his shoulder where there are no wounds.
I think I'm going to pass out for a while now.
Okay,
I hope to see you again.
I'll be here.
And his eyes roll back a little bit, and he's
Yeah,
like the talking was clearly strenuous, I think.
yeah. And
He's
she's gonna, you know, touch him regularly and just sort of let him know that somebody's there, even if he's not conscious.
yeah.
So,
And the healer comes to you after a little bit. Says that the other healer, a friend of yours.
we were companions on the ship.
Do you think? Do you have any sway with them? I would love to enlist their aid on a more permanent basis. If they're looking for work, there's plenty to be had here.
I'll ask.
So you've seen a lot out there.
Yeah, out there, up there, wherever.
Do you have any exciting stories?
Well, I mean, I just fell out of the sky. That's slightly exciting.
That is exciting. What was it like? Were you afraid you were going to die? You don't seem troubled by it that much.
I'm old. I'm just waiting for that to happen. That's the easy part. The hard part is trying to gamble with myself about what's the most likely outcome.
Hmm.
I do that just when I'm bored. Like, am I going to die because an imago eats me, or am I going to die because somebody didn't repair the toilet on the ship and I fell through the hole, or, things like that.
Have you seen Imago up close?
Yeah, yep. Recently.
Really? Recently? In the sky? You saw the bird?
Well, yeah, in the sky and on the ship. I was tapping one on the forehead, trying to get it to get off the ship.
You touched one?
Well, not with my hands.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah, the part where it was tipping the ship over as we're falling through the sky to the ground. Yeah, that was exciting. It's true.
Well,
Fortunately, it
if
left.
you're gonna be around for a while, I'd love to hear more. I need to take care of Bolt over there.
You got any herbs?
So many herbs.
I have a little bit of experience with herbs if you want. I'm no doctor, but I
Oh,
can I can check and see how you're keeping things fresh and
well, I mean, if there's two people here helping me, I'm I'm hardly needed at all.
I don't know about that. I mean, like I said, I'm no doctor. I can't patch him up. Now, if you had a ship, I might be able to fix her, but that's different.
Don't suppose people in ships are that different.
Uh, well, except for the part that I can take a hammer to a ship, and I think if I did that to somebody's leg, they'd complain.
I imagine they would. And he makes his exit.
Okay.
Cool. Back at the bar. One thing that in your next round of drinking, there is uh, there are regular people hanging out, drinking, eating a little bit. In the not the far corner, but a visible place is someone who is a sellsword who is clearly not necessarily holding court, but definitely has a couple interested people talking excitedly over them. They also have a bodyguard hanging out with them, another sellsword who has clearly seen it up because they have a cat head, so they've clearly been cursed at some point, which means they've probably seen a lot of action. And you can hear the two other sellswords kind of getting a little bit more excited, arguing more. And the one at the table just kind of like looking bemusedly between them. But yeah, what's your next move?
Brandon, how did you introduce your character again? To Rook?
Stormy.
Stormy. Okay. I just want to double check.
I did not give you my real name.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying?
I think we should introduce you two to Mama if you don't mind.
Yeah, you can easily make your way over there. It's right there.
After a very quick stop off at the market.
Yeah, is there anything particular you want to check out at the market?
This is just narrative stuff.
Yeah.
I show up and I say, "Mama."
You're back.
Since you're looking after the captain, I take a tiny vial and I hand it to you. This is that's Tears of the Night tincture. It'll make him more comfortable.
Okay.
Not something you'd want to take for days and days. You understand? But it's not. That's.
You mean I can't spike my alcohol with it?
You can, and it'd make you feel good, but you probably regret it at the end once you got off of it.
Good to know.
But for someone in his situation, it doesn't have a lot of downside. This is my friend Silver. I say, introduce, and this is somebody new we met in the bar. Whose name is Rook. Everyone, this is Mama.
Sure, Rook, huh?
He gives a deep bow. They did not tell me I should expect such a beautiful woman that would meet their acquaintance.
Courtly ways are so delicate. So, what flower of the garden do you descend from?
He reaches through his I don't know, satchel of his belongings and produces one of his exquisite white roses and hands it over.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I hear your people are doing very well today.
How so? The expedition?
Oh, just scuttlebutt.
He nods like he understands, but he's not following. My particular people are a little worse for the wear, but sometimes that's how it goes. He looks around the infirmary.
And I think there's more than one cloudling soldier in there.
So are you here to save the world or just adventure out for today?
I came to mourn the passing of an old friend and bury him. And now I find myself a bit lost.
Ah,
I was hoping to accompany the three of you.
well, I don't know if we're very interesting, but you're certainly welcome to spend time with us and get dust in your teeth.
I assure you, all three of you are incredibly interesting.
And at that, Raspberry like kind of is back around to your area and looks over to Rook. Is like, uh, um, where does it hurt?
He was born a lordling. It hurts everywhere. Don't you understand?
Well, we don't have a spare bed, but I can get you some.
He's not sick. We're visiting.
Oh, oh, Mama, you're popular.
Oh, it's not me. It's the captain. The captain's got all the charisma. By the way, um, Stormy said that this was the proper thing to give to the captain to ease his pain. Is it okay if I go ahead and do that?
Oh, I mean, well, you're a knowledgeable healer, so I'll defer to your judgment in case of your friend here.
It's Tears of Night. You know, not something you necessarily want to give to somebody who's planning to leave, but
Oh, oh,
really, really useful for the people, those who are dying.
Is there a better time or a worse time to give it, Stormy?
No, you can give it right now, and as
Okay.
often as he's feeling pain, 2 or 3 drops on the tongue.
So Mama goes and does that.
mm. Yeah, I think he'll be sleeping for a while. Raspberry says to Stormy, I heard that your friend here, Mama, is also maybe interested in helping out here. So there's not a lot of room here, but I can find you a place to stay if you're going to be here a while. There's some just a little bit north of this building. There's some. I mean, that's where I stay. I suppose you can stay with me for a while, I guess, until we get you sorted out. If that's okay with you. I don't. If you're accustomed to better lodgings, I don't know if we can accommodate that. But
Well, Silver and Sir Rook here uh, probably want to look for something nicer, but I'm accustomed to much worse lodgings, actually.
well,
And
you're the doctor, so
yeah, no, that's a kind offer. I'll take you up on that.
great.
We're
I'll be here
here.
for a little while longer, but
We're here at least until while the captain's around.
hopefully longer. And he gives you direct, like it's third house on the left, just out that door. Gives you directions to his place if you want to
Great.
rest your feet, cool your heels. You're welcome to anything
Just,
that's there. There's
I
not
just want
much.
to have a place to stash that gun right now.
Oh, a gun? You have a gun?
I didn't say the gun out loud. I said
Oh, sorry.
that was me thinking. No, I have a big rolled up, bundle. You know,
Eyes it.
with that I've like put a that I've like stuck some straw into it,
Yeah.
so it looks like it's
Nice.
a bunch of bunch of rolled up wood, with a cloth or something. So it looks like anything other than what it is.
Nice.
I just need a place to stash that because I just cannot be carrying it around.
Yeah.
And sticking it under Mama's bed just doesn't seem like the thing to do.
Oh, by the way, and she reaches under her bed and pulls out the broken saber. It probably belongs to somebody.
Silver goes white when she sees that.
But
And it just like doing a really bad job of pretending not to be very interested in it.
yeah, here, hey
Just
Silver, you know about weapons. Why don't you hang on to this?
And Rook, you can definitely tell that it is of the same style as the armor that Silver is wearing. If it is not hers, it is clearly like of her family.
I think I try to cover for her. I'm like,
Yeah.
it is a tragedy that such a beautiful blade was broken like this. Any of us would be aghast.
Somebody tried to kill the ship with it.
Mama.
Sometimes blades are better broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find like a pillowcase that's not being used. Say, here, why don't you wrap this up to carry it around
Okay.
or something until you can stash it away.
Just seemed like a waste to toss away.
Yeah, I agree. You never know when something's going to be useful, and who knows, maybe we can find someone to put a new blade on it, uh, but not here.
Or maybe it can be melted down into something more useful.
So Mama takes the pillowcase and takes a little bit of string and ties it around her staff so it's just hanging like a little cloth bundle from her staff.
Nice.
All right, shall we fast forward ahead to something interesting?
Yeah, yeah. You have the run of the town. Is there anything that interests you here?
Think while we're here in the infirmary and there's a bunch of wounded cloudling soldiers, Smoking Rook will go around and sit with them and clasp hands and use what he knows about military order and how things are done to like commend them for their bravery and try to build up their spirits and ask after what they were doing here and in the region as also a way to like, kind of gather local information about what might be happening and be of danger.
Yeah, for sure. Most of them were with the 29th. Most of them seem to be, they won't say it out loud, but most of them seem to be deserters. Whether their injuries were bad enough to require medical help or not, that was the excuse they used to come here. There is one who definitely has a name. We'll call them Lance. Lance is a younger soldier and seems to be genuinely hurt. His leg has been torn open by, it looks like it's been torn open by an animal. He's not going to be walking anytime soon, and it's possible that leg might be gone. But he is excited to get back into the fight, excited to find his unit, and most excited, he's heard other soldiers say that Prince Bug, who is the the leader of the Imago, a giant ancient Imago with instead of a human face has like an actual entire man for a horn. And he says, I know if I can just get one good shot. People say that if you kill Prince Bug, you become him, but I don't believe that. I believe that I can, if he has a man for a horn, there must be something there that can be shot. And that's what I'm going to do next time I get in the weeds.
Having served time in the military, do I expect that with this wound he'll be back up and
He will
no.
probably not be, no.
Okay.
He is very eager to be, though.
Yeah. Jeez. I think there's like a moment where Rook feels torn. Like, do I help build this guy up or do I like try to ease his pain early and like help gently let him down? I think he just like clasps his hand and says, worry not, there are many ways to serve. Um, if you get that shot though, take it.
I will. I won't hesitate a second.
I believe you will not. On your way here, did you, from the landing area, was there any other Any other thing that travelers should be worried about? We should send word if that's the case.
There are the bugs are everywhere east of
All
the
right.
wall. But I think, and I don't think it takes a lot of medical knowledge to observe this after talking for a while. When he's talking excitedly, some of his spittle is bright blue. And as he's like describing the fight and everything, he says that one of the commander of the expedition, Papon the Crestless, has warned of the different dangers that are down here, primarily chalk poisoning. If you breathe in too much chalk, who knows what could happen? The bugs eat it, magicians use it. It's slippery. You should avoid it. But the Papon has a strategy. He's been giving us these little blue pills that make the imago not want to eat our bones. I think that's the only reason I got away. They're running low, I think, but I think that this time, if we can keep them, from the bones of the dead and the living, I think we can turn this battle around.
I don't know if I'll be in town long, but I will ask around to see if there are more of these blue pills. Thank you for this information. And I think so. He has this trunk full of, or sorry, he has a bunch of funeral programs. I think they're like cloudling, like spiritual things. So I think he leaves that like for reading for him.
Fantastic. What are Stormy and Mama interested in here?
So I asked Silver, I said, you recognize that sword?
Is it that obvious?
Yes.
I mean, I was trained to fight, not pretend.
Yes. Okay. There'll be lots of fighting. Okay. If that's what you want. Okay. It's just.
If I wanted that, I would have stayed up there.
Okay. Well, we're going to be pretending for a little while, and then maybe you can figure out what else you want to do. But do you recognize that sword as, be more than a cloudling thing? Is that?
That's my sword. That's my saber. That's my dueling
That's
saber.
yours. Shit. Someone got it away from you and used it to kill the engine. You didn't.
Not the engine, the escape pod.
The escape pod. You didn't do that, did you?
And you can see the look in her eye as she like kind of darting back and forth, deciding whether or not she should lie.
You have to tell me.
Decides that she is not going to, and kind of like releases a breath and relaxes into it. Says, "Yes, I did that."
Was there someone you had it in for?
My sister. I'm sure you know that.
She was on that ship?
Whoever found the sword found her as well.
Did you kill her?
I did.
Whew.
She's insufferable. She never stops criticizing, no matter what I do. She's younger than me. She should know her place.
Okay, listen. I don't care about any of that right now. I care about making sure you don't get caught.
You're going to shelter a murderer?
I don't know what I'm going to do, okay?
You could turn me in for a tremendous reward,
Yes, but I'm not. I'd never do that. People who do that kind of thing are the lowest of the low.
I guess that's why they call it the lowlands.
No, you know what I mean. It doesn't. You can be perfectly highborn and be an asshole.
You've done an admirable job of keeping our trail clean for the last day or so, but once word gets back to the family.
Okay, listen. So I need something that people would know is yours.
And she like has a cloak and her armor.
No, no, it doesn't have to be the cloak and the armor. You probably need that to survive.
And she pulled out like she has a cornhusk doll and said like this was my sister's. It's the only thing that's left of her, especially after the crash, I imagine.
Well, how about the sword? Would people
Oh, people would know
recognize
that
that?
much. So I don't know how much time you spent in Delta City, but I'm quite renowned in the dueling circuit.
I believe it. I just need something to lay a false trail, and something that belongs to your sister isn't going to do it.
Well,
So I'll ask.
And there's two pieces, so double your fun.
Yeah. Okay.
You're welcome to it.
Let's find you a place to stay, and Rook too, I guess. There's Tack Town. Tack Town has some nice places. Last I was here.
I mean, we can call this nice, I suppose.
Well, it's clean. I don't call it nice, but it is clean.
Cleanish.
Yeah.
You're
a soldier, right? You can deal with this sort of thing.
I'm a duelist.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
not
never
a
mind.
soldier. I don't kill for other people. I kill for myself, for fortune and glory and fame, and hopefully a quick death at someone else's sword. But I was spared.
Well, you can still dream. But for now, you need to find a place and get a decent night's sleep.
You're right, and sleep off whatever they were serving over there. It's dreadful.
It is dreadful, but they make it from a fungus. It is dreadful, but it's always available.
Well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. I'll have to get used to it.
It grows even. They can grow it even in winter, so it's and they age it for a day or two, I think.
If you could tell me less about what I'm going to be eating and drinking, I think that would be for the best.
Fair enough. So then I'm going to go back to Mama and say, Mama,
Yeah.
can I have that sword?
Oh, is it the ladies? Gives you the sword.
Yeah, it totally is. But don't tell anybody.
Oh, are we keeping secrets?
People are going to be after her, all right? And
Why is that?
Because she left when she wasn't supposed to, and she did some things that she shouldn't have.
Okay.
She's an important person, and she just took off, and they're not going to accept that up in her family, and so her family people are going to be coming after her.
Sounds familiar to me.
Yeah. So I'm going to use this sword to kind of throw off the trail a little bit.
So I don't know if it's important, but whoever it is that she stabbed, I dragged her out of the ship and fed her to the Imago, so there are no bodies.
That's good. That was her sister.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Life's hard. We'll see how long it takes her to.
This is not the most fucked up situation I've gotten myself into.
Good to know. I'll keep you in mind if I need somebody to put in front of me in danger.
I'd rather hide in a tree and snipe at it. Thank you very much, but you get the idea. Okay, so I'm going to take this sword and I'm going to sell it to someone.
Cool. Yeah. Someone in the courier's market will definitely pick that up for.
Right. And I will tell them very clearly that I found this in a crashed escape pod that looked like or that had been looked like it had been half eaten by imagos.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Okay. So in other words,
there anything you want in exchange for it?
Yeah, ammunition's always good.
Let's see. For what kind of ammunition?
Rifle.
Yeah, yeah, you can definitely get rifle ammunition. You can get a good chunk for that.
But I'm trying to paint a reasonable story that that she was killed in the crash and her body was eaten.
Let's yeah, I'll mark down some one chunk of ammo. Yeah, that will keep you set for a little while for that.
Okay. You figure it out. Is that not concerned about the logistics here.
Cool. Yeah. They are happy to make that trade. They clearly think they got the better end of it. Cool.
Yeah, well, since a big part of the trade was to get them to talk
about it for sure.
To get them to brag about it. Yeah, that was part of the point.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take our first break. Let's take 9 minutes, come back at 25 after. And then we'll continue exploring Tack Town. Cool. So yeah, if you want to spend the night at Raspberry's place, you're welcome to do that. Or we can come back the next day to do stuff, explore the rest of the town. The day is yours.
I need to rest. I don't know about anybody else. We've had a bit of a day.
Yeah, bit of a day. Resting is going to clear up people's stress, I believe. It's the first time we've done this here. When resting in a safe location, which you will be losing 2 stress and then 2 additional stress when, let's see, stress. Rest. Rest, relaxation, supporting the mind and body's needs. When you stop to rest, yeah, you will get rid of 2 stress. When you are at a safe location, you'll lose 2 more stress. If you sleep peacefully through the night, have a heartfelt or engaging conversation, eat a tasty meal, have good sex, or spend a tranquil hour in nature. I don't think anyone has that much stress, but you can definitely clear that all off. Damage, on the other hand, is a little bit more. I think wounds take like a week to heal. Damage can be healed while traveling. Wounds characters heal a wound every month under treatment. But damage itself, I think requires just straight medical care. I think if folks have been hanging out at the hospital, that should be enough to clear your regular damage. Your wounds will stay for a while, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can spend a lovely evening. You'll definitely have rest. You'll definitely have sleep and even some tasty food. So you're all good on that front. Minor treatments. Yeah, easy. Cool. The city is as it was the day before, bustling. There earlier on during the day, there's a lordling kind of parading around. People down here kind of either ignoring him or biting their thumb at him behind his back. Lots of trade going on. The courier's corner seems to be some city business happening in the both the council chamber and elders dormitory, and then there's the salvage yard as well. Or we can leave and go hex crawling. Whatever we like. You're muted, Brendan.
The captain died.
And the captain did die overnight, yes. He did not get a second chance to say goodbye to Mama.
I offer black armbands, thinking that you are all very close to the captain.
Yeah, and Raspberry asks Mama if there are any particular handling you would like, or if they should take him outside of town and bury him with the rest.
Here. She hands a scrap of the ship, which Mama had picked up. And bury him with this. Oh, and also this. She's got the compass. He might need guidance on his way.
We might need it more than he does.
Well, I just gave it away. I can't take it back. That's not
a valuable instrument. Yes, you can. Just ask for it. There's no what he wouldn't want anybody to be buried with it. It's a valuable instrument. Somebody should be using it.
Stello, you mind if I take this back?
He is silent.
Oh well. It's back in her pocket.
I contribute a few trinkets.
And Raspberry hands over the captain's journal, which contains his memoir of his travels it's mostly back and forth between here and Delta City. A lot of just trade logs, weather, and then the last day or so, very tortured handwriting, scribbling, a lot of praying to the Empress, and just asking her to take care of him.
Yeah. That reminds Mama, and she says a prayer of blessing for the Empress over his body.
And Raspberry has an assistant respectfully bundle him up and take him out to the graveyard outside of town.
Could you hire a professional mourner? Here's to pay for it.
I'm sure we can get someone, I'm sure, yes.
Just for 3 days. Should be fine.
I'll ask around. So
okay,
I suppose
Mama?
You want to be leaving?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. It might be back. But right now we have pressing business.
Do you think you'll be back before summer comes?
I hope so. Yeah.
Good. I really hope to see all of you back safely.
Are there any herbs you'd like for me to look out for while we're out in the shrubs?
Oh, well, Dr. Stormy here would know better than I would. So and anything you can find, I'll happily trade for.
Sounds good.
Cat's claws in this area. That's usually worth picking up. Um, uh,
Don't let Zanzo hear you're looking for that.
I rattle off the list of
Okay.
a
Storm
bunch of
will
good
take
medicinal
notes.
mushrooms
Yeah. Yep.
and
Not storming. Mama.
that I know how to use. Um, I get the group together here and I say the reason we have to go is because of Silver. They're going to be coming in looking for her, and I don't want to give them any more help necessary. So
Silver looks chagrined as this is being.
no, it's okay. This happens sometimes. Don't worry about it. So kind of if you need something to do here in town, why don't you get it done and let's hit the road in a couple of hours, okay?
Supplies. What kind of supplies do you all have for trekking
Do
around?
you want to go shopping? I can make you a list.
Sure.
I grab a pen and
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't have any money.
I got some for the item.
Huh?
So we're good on that front, at least for some days travel, and we can figure things out.
Yeah. So you have come with one provision, which will take care of a day. We'll say you have another one for the trade as well. So you're good for 2 days. You can always so the hex crawl procedure. Let's talk about that a little bit. Um, as you're traveling around, there are a few things that will happen. Let me get back to it. Much simpler than our last procedures we did. Hex crawl rules. So at the beginning of each day, you're going to consume one provision for everybody. If for some reason you choose not to or can't, everyone takes 2 stress and 2 damage. Then we'll roll for encounters and weather. And then you can do 3 group actions per day. You can travel, which lets you go to the next hex. You can hunt and gather, which lets you search for provisions and other stuff. Or you can rest if you need to heal up or whatnot. That's pretty much it.
So I'm going to spend the next couple of hours looking around town to see if there's anybody who needs basically anything couriered or cargo taken someplace,
Yeah.
or anything where they will pay us to get out of here.
Yeah.
And we have a pack squab, so we can actually take some relatively bulky stuff.
You do. Let's see. There is a courier here. Let me get their stuff.
Rook, I talk to you and I say,
nice.
I'd like to give you something to put on your pack squad, but I'd like you not to look at it until we're out of town. That's okay.
Of course, I understand.
Good. I don't want to. It's a little too eye-catching to unwrap here in town, and for the same reason, I can't sell it. So I come and I give you this thing that appears to be a wrapped up bundle of sticks, but clearly isn't once you actually carry it.
You see Rook take it gingerly and turn to his pack squab, gentle, and he very slowly approaches her in her vision so that she is not spooked, and inches forward and ties it up.
There is traffic in and out of the courier quarter there. The guy who you run into the first and most introduces himself as Chester the Ruined. Clearly has something off about him, but nothing visible like a mole head or whatever. Very friendly. Has a few things on offer. Has a damaged musical instrument like a mandolin with no strings. Has a bunch of provisions you can trade for as well. Walking staff. But you're looking for something that they need curried. They generally do that themselves, but they say that if you find anything interesting out there, I'm always on the lookout for things that suit my my clientele. Chalk is always great. It sounds like it's a fantastic time to go harvesting chalk. It kind of like looks mostly silver up and down. It's like looks like you can handle yourselves. I'll be here through the week at least. Once I or sooner, leaving sooner if I run out of things. But I'll be backing out. I don't have anything for you to take for pay, but I can definitely pay. I mean, I can trade for whatever you find out there. There's plenty to be found.
Fair enough. Okay, so no go on the so we don't succeed in finding anything that somebody needs taken to the next town.
No. He does say that who was it? One of the gentlemen over at the salvage yard, Grubby Stano, says that there are some very interesting ruined expedition equipment not too far away. Let me see exactly how far away that is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a destination.
Yeah. It's about 1, 2, it's maybe 3 days travel to the west. You'll have to go over the wall, but that shouldn't be a problem. There's a lot of, the expedition is kind of does some running and gunning here and there, and Stano wants to go get a tank that was disabled or left in the mud or torn in half or something. But if you can pull that out or pull it apart, that would be worth something. I tell you what.
Okay. So we'll go talk to Stano.
Yeah. Stano's at the salvage yard. Complains a lot. There's Stano there. Hot Hands Calvin is the main mechanic slash salvager there. Asks if there's anything he needs repaired. Offers to trade for materials. Claims that there's no finer smith alive. Specializes in working plasteel, which most people tend to not try to work with. I think it's more finicky than metal, but definitely stronger.
No, I said we're going out scavenging. We understand that there's some ruins out to the west.
Oh, ruins everywhere, but you're talking about Stano's tank. Yeah. It's suicide. I won't let him go because I can't spare the hands. And you hear Stano calling from the other side like, coward.
What kind of suicide?
I mean, you're walking through a cloudling camp for sure, but I mean that's where all the fighting is happening. There's Mago everywhere. There's cloudlings trying to prove something everywhere. There's who knows what else on the side of the wall,
Yeah,
I'm happy with what we can pick up here. Stano has.
So how did Stano lose a tank there, or is it not his tank?
Oh no, it's not his tank. It's not his tank. In fact, he's going to get shot. You know how, and he like gives, he stops himself, looking at Rook and Silver. He's like, you know how possessive cloudlings can be with their fancy toys. Like
So
with
I have a
bullets.
question. Do you have any extra mechanics tools? Because I sort of got jumped on my last job and I'm with that equipment.
Uh, Extra? What do you mean? I mean, that's what I use to make a living.
Well, do you have extra? Like when you have three and you only need two.
I mean, I might have some older ones I can trade for, but uh, it's if you have one, you don't have any, right?
Well, I'm just saying that if you would like us to provide you with resources, it would be easier if I didn't have to unbolt things with my teeth.
That's true. That's true. I mean, what's to say you're just not going to walk off with it? Do
Well, of course we're going to walk off. You're hoping we're going to walk back.
you have anything to trade
Okay.
for it?
Well, now, but if we give you something to as a guarantee that we're coming back.
I'm listening.
I'm going to regret this. I rummage in my bag and I take out a stick of chalk.
Oh,
And I
well,
put that on the table. I said, "This doesn't get used. This is just in case you never see us again, and then it's yours to do with what you want."
I can trade you some old tools for that, I'm sure. And he disappears into his shack, rummages around, and a stick of chalk will get you some vintage hand tools for sure. Some wrenches, some hacksaws. If you want to throw that in vintage tools in Mama's gear. He says, I'll hold on to this unless Bug comes looking for it. Then
Yeah, well,
you
good
know how
enough,
it
Mama.
goes.
Yeah, I can probably disassemble a number of things with this. And she walks over to, are you scrapping this? She walks over to some piece of junk that's over there.
Yeah, actually, I'm still kind of working on that. It's not quite.
Would you
Uh,
like me to show you that I can do my job proper?
no, please don't. Yeah, it's almost ready. I just need a few more delicate touches. But it's been a while. I've been tinkering with it for a while, but I'm just about to get it right. So I think I trust you.
Pet project, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of an artistic endeavor. A lot of people are really just don't understand. But yeah, it'll be perfect when I'm done. It's just not quite.
Well,
Just
is
not
there
quite perfect.
anything you need for your pride and joy?
I mean, just time, really.
Well, I'd have to stay here to do that. But if I see if I see anything that looks interesting, what kind of project is it? That
It's like he's repurposed like an old looks like a fuel canister
Mhm.
into some sort of sculpture. It looks like
Oh,
clearly not something that's like for sale necessarily. It
yeah,
seems to be his own like little passion project.
yeah. I was just trying to figure out if Mama could determine what kind of thing he might find appealing to add to his project.
Yeah, yeah, he's very particular. I think
Yeah,
he's difficult to.
it's a
Uh,
passion project.
the guy from the Iron Giant a little bit. He's an artist.
So, um, step back from these guys a little bit and ask the group. Well, the West is probably a lot of stuff and a lot of trouble. or we could just spin the compass and head out somewhere and hope for the best.
So how good are you fancy people at like killing things?
It's not my favorite thing to do, but I can do it.
Because if we go west,
And you see, Mama, you see that that uh, Stormy travels with a rifle on her shoulder.
right? All I'm saying is, if I'm going to carry a bunch of junk on my back, I'd rather not be like killed by, you know, sort of random lordlings going around trying to prove they're macho or being chased by a mago. So if we're going to go that way, which I'm fine with, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to disassemble.
I look
Is
at
that
our
with you on
lordlings.
that?
I'm sure Silver and I can handle any disgruntled kin. But for the Imago, well, imagine we're all in a bit of danger there.
Yeah, well, we can.
That's why
Fortunately,
we
you can see them coming for the most part.
And hear them.
Yeah, yeah.
remember, if you
Okay.
go try and eat them, they won't try and eat you generally.
So I go. I talk to what was the name of the salvage yard guys again?
There was Grubby Stana and
Stana. That's right.
and Hot Hands Calvin.
I say to Stana. So this tank. I'm not saying we're going to get that far, but in case we do find it, what do you know about it?
I mean, some of the soldiers from that way say that it's, you know, a couple that like say it was ripped open by the bugs, say that it's disabled. Um, it's a tank. It's a big thing on wheels or treads
I
or
know what tanks are.
with guns, right?
Yeah, I know what tanks are. They're to stay away from mostly, but this one's kaput. It's been ripped up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if they could use it, they would use it.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. So, all right. Yeah, you're right. Probably there's still a lot of it there, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's
And
tons of it there.
it's
It's cloudling stuff, so it's got to be good, right? Like looks you up and down.
okay. All right. I have him going on the map, where he thinks it is.
Yeah, and I've added a map tab to the keeper. B18 is Tack Town. Tack Town.
Map tab. We love
Tank? Question mark. So Tack Town
is west to the right?
west is to the left, so it's out east. Yeah.
Oh, it's east. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Just and whereabouts is the wall, more or less?
The wall is
Is it right up by right up?
It's about like less than a day's travel. 2 hexes.
Okay. And hexes are the big squares.
Yeah. Hexes 4x4 on this one.
Okay, great. All right. Well, if things get too tough, we can turn back.
Welcome back.
But it seems like as good a place to go as anywhere. If they think that you're still, I say to Silver, if they think you're still alive, for some reason, they're probably going to look in the other direction first.
I hope so. You know better than I do.
I don't know your people at all.
Well, you do.
But
nods to Rook.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and others.
hit the road.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right. Great. I'm gonna make a couple rolls then, see where we're at. Here's the first one, 78.
So just as a question, I've got 3 servings of large salted catfish. Does that count as food?
That counts as like good food. You can put 10 like good food together to make a provision. You can eat that yourself. It won't help the rest of the group though, unless you want to pass that out to them, I guess.
Yeah, so it might be useful if we were trying to recover stress or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Great. So let's
So, can I get some coffee? Is that part of provisions? I hope so.
yeah. Provisions will just take care of whatever you need for the day.
Right. Well, I have a coffee pot as
Yeah.
possession, so I desire to use it.
Yeah, coffee sounds good. And weather. Where's the weather? Weather. It is the spring, and that will So there's a light fog out in the morning as you're heading out, but it's cool and pleasant spring day. Let's see. I'll roll for here. Okay. Great. So, question is, do you want to go northeast or southeast? There's hex wise.
Right. Mama, you're the courier. You want to pick?
Southeast.
Southeast. Great. Great. So let's see. Southeast will take us to X 19. Yeah. Okay, great. So, few hours travel takes you to through the fog. So this is the part of the lowlands called the bread basket. There's a lot of wheat fields. There are some in different places. You've heard people talk about old machinery, both harvesting and defensive. A lot of farmlings in this area, wheat fields, vegetable patches, and you've heard tell of some of these spore infections nearby. Yeah. So here, relatively flat, open farmland. The fog makes it a little bit difficult to see into the distance, but not too much. As you travel, you see up ahead, through the fog, it looks like something kind of flaring up, like a kind of like what you would see at the top of like a factory smokestack, kind of flaring and then going out. As you get closer, you see some of these people. Let me get a picture. There's some folks working here. These are, or they must be from the descriptions you've heard, spore-keepers. And they are two of them are bathing. There's a ditch, and they have their cloaks off, their helmets on, and kind of splashing themselves in this muddy water. One of them is still up and has flame bellows kind of looking thing. It looks like it behaves like a flamethrower. It looks like a giant bellows. And they are kind of like idly burning some of the vegetation as their companions bathe in this drainage ditch.
These are people whose job it is to keep the spore infections down, right?
That is one of their jobs. Yeah, they also tend spore farms underground or nearby as well. They're a little weird, but they're not unknown. And in fact, as you approach, the two in the water kind of seem like they are startled. I think they were not expecting folks to come by them bathing. They're kind of, I think if you have seen spore keepers before, you rarely see them outside of their robes and whatnot. These guys are like pretty muscly and tattooed, and you wonder if maybe all of them are like that.
Is it a taboo for them to be seen?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, they're just you literally caught them with their pants down.
No. Sorry to startle you, brothers.
What do you want?
We're just traveling through. How's the spore count here?
Right here, not so bad. Nearby, worse than we've ever seen. Worse than generations.
Nearby in what directions?
North mostly, but you know how the wind goes.
Sure.
You're not infected, are you?
No, no one here is infected. I know the signs of spore infection.
The white spores, yeah, just white everywhere. Eventually, and then confusion, violence.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that first it shows up on the back of your throat and things like that. Thanks for the heads up.
You haven't seen the others, have you?
Others of your profession? No.
They're I guess they're having a bad day. We broke off to get a little bit of rest, a little bit of respite. Steer clear.
Are you fighting on a line?
Not on a line. We go where we're needed.
Is there any message you'd like us to deliver to your brothers?
We'd really appreciate it if you didn't tell them we were here. We're trying to kind of keep a low profile with them right now.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
They're just assholes.
Oh, okay. Huh. I thought you all got along. I guess everybody's.
Why would we all get along? Do all
I don't.
get along?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like maybe just the fact that you're all covered up. It's hard to tell what your expressions are.
You'd be covered up too if you had to work with the spores.
No, I believe it, and believe me, we value your job enormously. It's not something I'd want to do.
Most people do value us very highly. Yes.
Someone has to do it, and we're glad you're doing it.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a mysticism question or a plant identification question, but do they look healthy?
They do look healthy. Yeah. You saw them with their robes off, and they are they're buff and hardy. They seem like they're doing just fine.
Okay.
Well, if we will, we're gonna head on our way.
All right. Well, good guarding to you.
And the two that were bathing gather up their stuff. They have some rifles they were carrying. It looks like they're kind of the ones guarding the flame guy while he does the burning, and they make themselves scarce.
Okay.
It's not too long before you run into this other group that they were warning you about. There's half dozen of them, dressed similarly, hoods and robes, and even like when you get in yell shot, one of them like yells like, "Travelers, stop! Are you infected?
No.
Prove it. Undress. Everyone."
Mama starts undressing.
Is this normal protocol?
No, it is not. These are the assholes the other ones told you about.
Right. So, naked old lady.
Listen, I'm a physician and I checked everyone over this morning.
We don't know that. Old lady, turn around.
He turns around.
And they're like slowly approaching. It's especially to a medical professional, it's clear that they can't see from this distance, but they're coming closer.
That they can't see, right?
There's no way they would be able to see like signs of infection unless you were like completely covered in spores.
Look, one of you can come forward and check.
Are you telling us how to do our jobs?
No, I'm telling you how we want to be treated.
Well, you don't get to
Your
decide
job
that.
is, yes, unfortunately, I do get to decide that because I'm a person here, and there's not a law that says that you get to dictate terms to everyone else.
Law. We're talking about law. And you see a couple of them have those flame bellows as well. And a couple of them have spore launchers. They're like kind of knobby looking crossbow things that are used to launch spores of various kinds. I think a couple of them kind of they're not holstered, but kind of heft the spore launchers as if ready to cause some trouble.
Surely they know in a firefight that some of them are going to be killed, right?
Are you spore keepers or bandits?
Yeah.
Oh, you think we're bandits? They think we're bandits. If we were bandits, we would have shot you from farther away. We're just trying to keep everyone safe here.
We don't feel safe.
Well, it's not for you to decide.
It is at least in part for me to decide. As I chamber around into the rifle, but don't point it at them. Now, we can do this in a reasonable fashion, or you can continue to press things, in which case probably some of the people on each side of us are going to be killed.
Are you threatening us?
No, I'm telling you that. Okay, listen. Listen, buddy. I'm just telling you what's actually going to happen. How are you? Well, how exactly are you alive after all this time? If you don't recognize that you can't just barge it into what you want to against armed people.
Which ones of you are armed?
All of us.
And now there are 4 spore-keepers pointed at at the spore launchers pointed at the group. Put down your weapons, undress, and turn around.
One of you can come forward so you can examine us. We are willing to be examined and for you to make sure that we are not infected. We understand that that's part of your job.
I think as a medical professional, you can tell that they are not actually interested in examining you. They are more interested in just intimidating and fucking with you.
I understand that. I am not going to be fucked with. I've been fucked with too many times. And Stormy's impulsive. She's too much. She's stubborn. I'm giving them an out to save face.
Yes. I think since folks have had weapons drawn on them, I believe that's going to cause some stress.
Yeah.
Take one
Sure.
stress when someone draws their weapon on you. So I think everyone is taking a stress. Has Stormy drawn her weapon or just loaded it?
She hasn't pointed it at them.
Okay, cool. I think that's fair. And the one with there's two with the flame bellows, and the one who has been yelling has one of them, and they raise it and say, "You have 3 seconds to drop everything, or
on the count of
everything over
two,
here is going to be on fire."
On the count of 2, I am putting a bullet through your head. You will not get to 3, I say. I can shoot the fly between the eyes at this distance. If you want to take that chance of dying right in here, right now, do it.
2, huh? 1, and pumps that flame bellows at you.
Okay. What's the range on that flame bellows?
Yeah, let me see. Flame bellows nearby. So that is
so
that's within range.
He's going to have to move into range.
Yeah, and they have been advancing the entire time.
I understand that, but before they get into nearby range, I'm going to point the rifle at them. And I'll take the second stress.
Yeah, you can definitely take that shot.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to roll for the spore-keeper. And that'll be which roll? A speed roll for you.
Yeah. But he has to close first.
They are in range. They can definitely get to you.
I can't get a shot before they get in range. I have a long range weapon.
They've been advancing the entire time. So like
as I said, well then I started this fight sooner.
Okay.
I'm not going to wait for them to get into effective range of their weapons. That's nuts.
The spore launchers are definitely within range, though.
I agree. If they're long, if those are long range weapons, that's fine. It was just it's not the damn flamethrowers.
Go ahead and take your shot. Let's see what happens.
All right. I've lost the dice roll. Hang on. Shouldn't be called a twat. Make that Stormy, but I did roll a 14.
That looks like a 14. All right. What is the damage on that?
Let me check. Two D10s.
Go ahead and roll damage.
$12 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. Let's see. Where does that bullet hit?
I said I was going to shoot him in the head.
Yeah. So it does strike him in the head. It does penetrate the envelope suit that he is wearing.
Is he just these guys were fully dressed, right? So they're going to be armored all over, right?
Yeah. Their AP is 4. So significant hit. I think that one yells, "Get him!" And it takes a step back as the other four with spore launchers pop off. I'm just gonna roll once for all of them because that is easier. Don't want to do that because it might be bad. I'm gonna roll 4 times because I don't want to just completely murder everyone. Let's see. There's 1 hit. There's 2 hits. Shit. Cool. Let's see what that damage looks like. I think it's gonna be acid spores.
Are they shooting me or somebody else?
Kind of the general area.
It's an area of effect weapon.
Yeah. So
we're outnumbered, and they have area of effects weapons.
Yeah. So these spore launchers are launching these. Let's see, I have a picture of an acid spore. Yeah. These spores are like big fungal globs of stuff. And these are acid spores. They are not doing they're not actually doing damage, but they are eating away at everything. It's not like immediate. If it is washed off within the hour, it'll probably be fine, but you can definitely feel clothes and armor and equipment sizzling. The one with the other one with the flamer is moving in. What's everyone doing?
So are we still near a ditch? Like, is that continued along the road, or are we further away from that?
A little bit further away, about 15 minutes away from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think Mama just got covered in acid and she's naked.
Yeah.
She's gonna gather her clothes and run back to the water.
I think that's probably going to be another stress on you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
She's stressed. I've already got 1 stress. That'll be 2.
What about Rook?
I think Rook sees the situation for what it is and sees Mama retreat back and takes a look at Gentle, the pack squab, and sees that she has acid on her too, and goes to make a tactical retreat.
Let me see Silver.
Yeah, we'll run.
Silver looks to Stormy like you can tell that she is agitated and itching for a fight, but is not doing anything.
I understand that, but we're outnumbered.
Yeah.
No, we're going to run until we can find some advantageous terrain. Those outfits can't be the best for running.
No, they are probably not.
They're protective clothing. They're designed to drape and keep crap off of you.
Yeah. And are you retreating as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that was yelling at you is just like, yeah, that's right, you better run. Just taunting you as you head out. They're not firing again at you there, but they're the ones that were firing are laughing at you. And they're yelling, go back to the clouds and whatnot. Silver's hot about this, and you can tell.
I don't understand these fuckers at all.
Well, they said they were assholes. I guess they were right.
Yeah, but one of them could have died. That's not assholes. That's something. That's a screw loose.
Maybe it's different down here. Normally, when we fight, it's 1-on-1 and there's rules, but fucking savages.
I didn't figure. I'm sorry if I got people into trouble. I didn't figure that they would up and start a fight. I mean, that's what bandits do.
I mean, maybe they were infected. I don't know.
No, infected people are erratic. They might bite you or take a swing at you because they think that you're attacking them or something like that, but they're not gonna just cold-bloodedly start a lethal thing.
Maybe they're just bullies.
Bullies don't usually press when you stand up. That's why I did it.
Some of us do. If you wish to continue, you can definitely skirt around them. If you can make it back to
Yeah.
that
Yeah, let's get to where we can clean off
start washing your stuff off.
this stuff. That's the other thing I don't understand is that this stuff is I mean it's or it's going to ruin our clothes, but it wasn't going to kill us anyway anytime soon. And I was using live ammunition on them. I don't get it. There's something I don't understand. I mean, I guess I'm talking to myself for the next
yeah
15 minutes or so.
um
Mama, did I is there something wrong with me?
Well, I think you don't understand down here. Mostly we just try and get along, and then the
That
people,
wasn't trying to get along.
well,
What
they
they were
take
doing?
yeah, oh no, of course not. They got power. They're using it. It's like what lordlings do when they duel, except that down here it's more like you just sort of intimidate or beat somebody up.
I mean, I only do a lot of lordlings. There's some people are below us. We just
Down here, there's nobody below us. It's just dirt, right? We're all down on the ground. So if they make you kneel, then you're further down in the ground. I just didn't want no trouble. And the thing is, see, if they were bandits, then if you kill them, everybody's happy. But if they're spore-keepers and you kill them, everybody is not happy.
No, that's true.
Population is as low as it is.
But
Unfortunately,
I wasn't.
You got pride. You still have pride. All of y'all still have pride. You come from the clouds. You come from places where you can keep your pride. Down here,
I
pride
haven't.
gets stripped away from you.
I haven't been from in the clouds for a long time.
No, but you've been living by your wits and your gun, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, well, I don't got no guns. Guess what happens to me? I
I could
get
have punched
naked.
him.
That's what happens to me.
I could have punched him right in the face.
Of course you could have. Well, do we want to go back and punch them in the face, or do we want to go through the wheat fields and avoid them?
no, we kind of want to avoid them.
Oh, we can go around them. That's easy.
There's no point in tangling with people like that.
Yeah, it's just the local bullies. You see a lot of that down here.
if they were
Um,
also spore keepers, then the weapons they had on them could be of value in our ongoing trek. But
no,
if
but Mama's right. You don't want to be killing sport keepers, and that's perhaps why they're still alive.
Yep.
Because otherwise, with an attitude like that, you'd figure they'd sooner or later they'd run into a bunch of customers that were tougher than they were.
Well, that's why they're harassing travelers instead of soldiers, I guess.
You never know when travelers are going to turn out to be um,
I
know,
might also
more trouble than you thought they were going to be.
sure, might also point out that, the people on the ground might be slightly irritated that the people from the sky have come down to, cause ruckus.
I thought it
So,
was mostly the bugs causing ruckus.
oh no, down here on the ground, we live with the bugs all the time. Okay, so there are more of them now, but see, now what is it, the 29th? Every time they send an expedition down, they spend more time kicking our asses than they do the bugs because we're easier to kick around. You may have avoided some of that trouble in the past. I know that you have a long and extensive career as a young woman. Um, I can tell you from my age point of view, there's been a lot of ass kicking down here.
Yeah, well, I guess there are some things I don't understand very well.
And probably never will. Because some things don't make no sense, but it still happens.
Okay.
If you would like to spend your rest action cleaning up, there will be no
Yeah,
damage to anything. Is that something you're interested in?
yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to make it to the ditch. You're able to get everything all rinsed off. Mama, it stings, it burns, but doesn't no damage. Just aside from the embarrassment.
Oh, she's not embarrassed.
Acid all over everything. Um,
This is
Well,
not the worst treatment
one
she's
good thing
received.
is my beat up travel gear doesn't look a whole lot more beat up.
That's true.
Right.
Cool. We can continue moving, or we can do some foraging, or you can rest some.
Yeah, let's forage.
Cool.
Anything that saves on our provisions is a good thing.
Let's see how foraging works. First time foraging. Let's see, it's careers. Great. So this is hunting and gathering. Okay, so you get to roll d10s twice, and you get to choose whether you're looking for provisions, good food and drink, or shelter.
I think provisions.
Yeah. Provisions and which one?
Oh, we get two things? I guess shelter then. That's the other thing.
Cool. Whoever would like to roll 2d10. We'll take the first one for provisions and the second one for shelter.
Who wants to roll?
So does my plant identification help with the provision side?
It does not, no.
Does not. Okay. Are there any modifiers? Obviously, if you have the hunting skill, that would be a modifier.
I don't think so. It doesn't. Yeah, this is more like what you can find, rather than what you can pick is what you find.
So it's just a matter of making some dice rolls.
Yeah.
I will roll for
Okay.
for gathering. You said 2d10?
Yeah. And lower is generally better for this.
Okay. 8 and 7.
All right, that's not nothing. You do find one provision, so you'll be at 2 again after today. And shelter. What does that mean? Yeah, you are able to hunker down in a left to go to seed cornfield. You won't be bothered there, but you're not going to get it's not necessarily a safe place, but it is a place you can hole up in for a minute as night falls. You can camp there for the evening. Cool. Do we want to do another day? Morning has come.
Yeah, let's do at least one more so we can get used to it.
Yeah, great. So let's see. We went from B18 to B19. Again, northwest or northeast or southeast?
Southeast, it sounded like from the what the spore-keepers told us.
Cool. Southeast will take us to B26. Fantastic. Let me roll for encounters and weather. Good, very good. I believe that gets us nothing, right?
Cloudy with a side of meatballs.
Oh yeah. No extra encounters. Good. And the weather continues to be it started to rain quite a bit. The fog has turned into rain. And as we go through the morning here, let's see.
Mama makes the comment, damn, I could have just skipped the bath if I knew I was going to get a shower.
Yeah. So as you're traveling, you can see the wall to the east. Probably another few hours travel away, but it is like you can see it as like cresting the horizon as you get within uh, like a couple miles of it. It's tall plasteel and it runs north south for as far as you can see. The farmlands start to give way to a little bit of wooded area as well, not like a dense forest, but enough for to be like, hey, trees, cool, instead of farm. And as you travel along, a roll, great. As you travel along, you hear sounds coming from the woods to the south as you're traveling. And you see a couple of cloudlings kind of stumble out of them. Again, they're probably shouting distance. And they don't look like they're in great shape. Would you like to approach or walk on by?
I give a official cloudling greeting, whatever is customary among the people of the clouds,
Yeah.
to announce ourselves.
Cloudlings. So, but not soldiers, right?
They look like they may be soldiers, but they're not wearing their military gear. But they
Okay, right. So they're out of uniform if
They
they're
are.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one responds and she like yells back, cloudling greeting. You're not with the expedition, are you?
No, but we are traveling in that direction.
I don't recommend it.
What's going on?
It the brood. Why are you going in that direction?
May we approach?
Why? What do you want?
So we don't have to shout.
So we just not to yell and attract attention, frankly.
Come slowly.
Sure.
And as you get closer, you see that she has like one of her eyes is bandaged over, and the other is just kind of just like hunkered down on the ground, out of breath.
Hey,
Doesn't look in great shape.
My name's Stormy, and I'm a medic. Can I take a look at your eye?
Yeah, my name's Jane. There's not much to look at.
Yeah, but meaning that you lost it? Okay,
probably.
Well, let me take a look. If you have lost it, it's still a worry because it can get infected.
Yeah, she warily lets you do it, and the other one, he looks a little bit tense as you do so.
Rook, I hand you my rifle. And then I come forward, with no weapons, and just crouch down, slowly peel off this bandage.
Yeah, she has been shot. She took a bullet to the face.
Right.
It looks real bad. Her eye is.
Did it take the eye out?
Yeah, it is ruined.
Okay.
And
Um,
from this distance, you can see the other one has been. It looks like they've been beaten kind of badly as well.
Beaten like with blunt instruments.
Something, yeah. Fists, clubs, who knows? Yeah. And she says, "Can you help us? Is there anything you can do?"
Um, there's something I can do. You're not. If your friend is squeamish, you might want to look away.
Look away.
Um, Hang on a moment. So uh, okay, I'm going to do a little work in here. It's mostly dead tissue, so it shouldn't hurt too much. But I want you to bite down on this just in case.
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
you're able to tend to it as well as you can.
Yeah, basically, if the eye is ruined, I'm going to take the eye out. I'm going to put in some tar
Mm-hmm.
there, a little something to keep the socket clean, and then rebandage it with a better bandage. That eye's that eye is lost,
mm-hmm.
but you can get through life with one. What I did here is make it a whole lot less likely you're getting an infection and die. Okay.
Thanks.
So,
and as you're doing that, three others kind of slowly emerge from the woods, and they're not wrecked, but they're bloodied and bruised.
what happened to you all? I mean, obviously you got shot, but these bruises were inflicted with a blunt instrument or something, or maybe somebody's fists, I guess.
I mean, and she has she does have an insignia on the jacket she has. It looks like she got it from somewhere else. And she's with the 29th. She says it was I mean, at first it was the Imago. There's
Right.
we burned them out. Young ones mostly. A lot of them, hundreds probably. Um, I we couldn't do it anymore, and I got this on the way out. Um, Not all of us. Look, can you spare? I know you've shown some kindness already, but do you have any provisions or like something we can use to not have to wear? And the other ones are still wearing their uniforms. And she
Right.
like tears the insignia off the jacket and like just throws it to the ground. And she says, "We this is none of this is right. We just need to get as far away from there as possible."
I look at the others.
Do they have any signs of the blue spittle that the soldier in the infirmary had?
That's a great question. They don't. No.
So, y'all always been soldiers?
Well, until now, yeah.
You got any useful skills of planting or harvesting or building things?
Planting like plants?
You know, like what people do down here.
No.
Uh,
They can always start.
yeah. So I can
Uh,
tell you that if you uh, move away from where the 29th is currently stirring up trouble,
That's the plan.
people will be less upset with you.
I mean, hopefully they won't know who we are at all, right?
Oh, you're very obvious, child. You'll need to get new clothes and stuff. And even then, you sort of, if you're all used to carrying weapons, you maybe keep your weapons so that you got any weapons?
No, no. They didn't let us keep those. In fact, I think they got me pretty good with one of them. Turns out you can hit people with rifles too.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
They won't be the first
Oh, but
folk like them that have to start all over.
Can you help us out at all with anything?
I think we should give them a little bit of food and then we should direct them.
Yeah, we don't have any spare clothes, but we can give you something to eat
We'd
if
appreciate
that's all right.
it. It's
Rook, you on board with this?
been a couple days.
Yes, they've seen unimaginable horror. We're all just humans trying to get by.
You talk strange for a lordling. I like that.
He's grieving. Let him be.
Well, more people need to grieve then.
They sure do. We can give you a day's worth of food. That's the most we can spare.
That would help out so much.
I
Yeah.
empty out this trunk full of black armbands. It's not much, but it might cover up insignias, anything.
You can.
So Mama's going to give them some instructions on where to find some villages that might be likely to take them in.
Mm.
Not real close. They're going to have some travel to do.
Avoid the spore-keepers.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
I thought they're like farmers, right?
well,
Most of them are good-hearted folk, but there's a bunch that are ornery.
you know how you're a soldier and then they're officers? They're like officers to the
Fuck.
farmers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll stay away from them, I guess.
And just you can tell them that you met an old lady named Mama and she said to take you in, okay?
Is that
There's a fair chance you'll run into somebody who I've met before.
thanks? That's much more than anyone. Yeah. Thank you so much. There's a town west of here, right?
You
Yeah,
probably
there is.
want to go to a village first.
Yeah, their
I'm
villagers are
afraid that,
going to be friendlier.
yeah, the problem with towns is you also may have a few more cloudling representatives unless you get further out.
I mean, as long as they're not with the 29th, I think we're okay.
Well, it's up to you, but your directions to both.
We should probably split it up
Can
too.
can you take a look at our map here and tell us places to avoid
Yeah.
going east?
Yeah, they definitely can. Um, so they were, let's see, they were a little bit northeast of here, um, kind of near just this side of where you have the tank marked there. Um, there's they point out like there's a Cloudly military camp just this way here too. There's a river that goes north south here that you'll need to figure out how to cross. There's a bridge. I forget which way it is. I'll try and find it. Um, but yeah, I mean, we crossed it. It just took some time. And then, I mean, if you keep going, like just on the other side of the wall, there is Fort Sneck. I'd probably avoid that. That's
Yeah,
where
that
we
sounds
have
fine.
meetings.
Yeah, just yeah. So I put as much on that on our map as I can.
Yeah, I'll fill that in for you. Um,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I mean, once you're over the wall, it's just soldiers and bugs everywhere. So I mean, if you want to stay safe,
yeah.
I'd say stay over here.
Well, if we want to stay safe, we got to stay at home. But we appreciate the information.
Where should we stay?
If you do find yourself in Tack Town, you may find others like yourselves in the infirmary. If they are healthy enough, they may want to travel with you.
Other soldiers?
Others in your situation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Others who have become separated from their units, if you know what I mean.
other deserters. We get it.
Yeah. I say to the one with the eye, I say, have have someone look at that as soon as you can. The dressing that I put in there is probably good for a couple of days, but then it should be changed.
I don't know how we can thank y'all so much.
You just do a kindness for somebody else, and don't die. I don't want this nice work to be spoiled.
All right. Yeah, they thank you and move on to the west. You have 2 more actions. Would you like to forage or gather, or let's make those rolls? Provisions, I assume, and food or shelter.
Shelter, right? I mean, do we have to bed down at this point?
It'll be afternoon. This will be the afternoon one.
So we don't have to bed down yet.
You don't have to bed down yet.
So can we go for provisions and then fancy food?
And good food and drink. Yeah, sure. Let's get those rolls.
Okay, here we go. Not the greatest rolls.
Ooh, you do get 1 provision, and
well,
that is it.
We're in thanks goodness we're still mostly in farming country, and having trouble finding fish in a pond here.
The farms are, some are not tended as well as others.
All right.
You have 1 more action for the day. So to the northeast is the wall, which may take some getting over. There's a bit more farmland to the southeast if you would like to go that way. But it's your call. You're going to be going over the wall one way or the other.
Okay, so there's no way through the wall, no gates or anything.
There is Fort Sneck, which stands across the wall.
We don't want to go through.
Yeah, I mean it is. It is a cloud.
I've had my fill of farms jerks, and besides which,
we should certainly exhaust other possibilities before having to resort to going through the fort.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess we want to bed down close to the wall as we can. Having 1 action left, does that mean we have to if we travel, then can we not search for shelter or
if you'll be so traveling just means you're going to the next place. You can rest later if you want to. You don't have to sleep that night, or there's not that phasing of it. So yeah, you can travel no problem during the day.
Okay.
I don't assume that you just camp somewhere for sleep. Yeah, and as you get to the wall, you see this as you're closing in on it. Let me get a good description of it. It is. I can give you a picture. In fact, look at that. It is, like I said, 8-ish stories tall, plasteel. At some places there are weapons on it. I don't think there are any where you're here now. But yeah, the area that you're in here, the farmland is getting way too some forest, but actually the trees are in a more regular pattern, and it's pretty clear that this is an oak tree farm. It looks like it has not been worked in a while. Acorns litter the ground. Many are rotten and or chewed by bugs or animals, but there is a pleasant, heavy shade that you can definitely rest in. Um, there are definitely animals here. You can hear and see in the branches crow crabs kind of scuttling around and squawking at you, but yeah, nothing dangerous. And you can make your way right up to the wall pretty safely, and I think that's where we'll end it, coming up to the wall.
Yeah.
Great. And we did the provision for today, right? So that's
We
good.
did.
So we'll start fresh on our next day, next time at the wall. Cool. There's no end of session procedures or anything, so let's just jump to stars and wishes, and we'll go character keeper order, which means that Brendan's starting off.
I had a really nice time. It was nice to meet Rook, and I love the fact that you're in mourning, and that's such an interesting color for the character. And I certainly got the impression of um, your status, notwithstanding that you were slumming being with us. I loved Mama's, uh, sort of ubiquity. It's like, here's a village. Of course she knows like all the villages in the area. She's been to each of them at least once. And I, and her getting undressed with the threat, made perfect sense. It just wasn't something Stormy could swallow her pride and do.
Yeah.
Those bastard spore-keepers. It's like, how do they expect to keep people's respect if they're going to be jerks? They have almost a holy office here, and they're assholes. Sorry, still burnt about them.
Yeah, they suck.
It was just.
I think they were giving the other spore-keepers as hard a time as they gave you, so that's.
And in terms of wishes, I'm going to try to talk to some of these animals to figure out a way across to get through the wall that maybe they have spotted. That should be humorous. It might work. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But it might be just funny. Or sad, depending on how you choose to look at it. I want to see Rook intimidate someone with his demeanor. Stormy is clearly not the intimidating type, but she tries very hard to be. But she's not old enough and impressive enough to intimidate anyone. And I want to see Mama find some interesting plants. So that's for me.
Thank you. Danny.
Yeah, I had a great time. It felt like just a lot more laying down groundwork. It's just seeing the characters develop and seeing them get more and more deep. It was really great to interact with them, bounce around with them, and see how they're growing. And I enjoyed just the wide cast of NPCs too to help bring the setting to life. I really feel like the first one was the first session was very adventure, and this was like, all right, now we're stuck in. And it's really exciting to see how that's playing out. I don't have any wishes, but I just had a really good time.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. And Teal.
Yeah, so I really enjoy all the characters and of course your NPCs, Mark. One of the things I learned from the end of the last session was, oh, this is a very dangerous world, and it's going to be like just looking at the numbers I'm dealing with, heroism in the like just simply taking risks is not a good long-term survival strategy with the dice system.
Mhm.
So I made a decision at the end of last session that, oh, I should lean into just being calm and surviving, and Mama's going to be chill because she knows that life is hard down here. So it's really interesting to see it start to unfold in different ways.
Mhm.
And I like what Stormy and Rook and Silver are doing. Um, Mama's very concerned about Silver. She's just like, "Oh, you killed your sister? Oh, this is that one may have some trouble surviving." Um, but just also how, like, I think this is a game where we'll see, but where we might end up, this is a sort of a prettier setting for, I don't want to call it grim dark, more like
Mhm.
just grim survival, maybe,
Yeah,
is what
it's
it feels
definitely
like.
post-apocalyptic in a
Yeah,
pretty way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As far as wishes go, uh, Mama's still trying to still looking for stuff to acquire, uh,
Mhm.
to increase her um, her holdings. Since she started out with just about nothing, she still has her book, of course, but um, and I'm just interested to see where these cloudlings lead me because
Mhm.
they seem to have goals in mind. And she's like, well, yep, people who have me, like, they have purpose, they have goals. We'll just trail along behind them and get naked when we have to.
Awesome.
I have
Uh,
one more wish to
yeah,
sneak
go for it.
in, which is that I want to see Stormy and Silver. I'll keep using her name. Silver's relationship develop.
Yeah,
There's something weird and complicated and interesting in there,
yeah, like
and I want to see it happen
awesome.
So,
because it's like it's like Stormy's not really sure why she's so protective of this incredibly dangerous person who killed her sister. It doesn't make any sense, and I want to explore that.
Awesome.
so is Nick's character going to, if Nick is going to play, I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, they'll
Uh,
be back at some point.
okay, because I'm assuming she managed to survive the crash and maybe wandered off.
Yeah, yeah. If they were they're sick right now,
Yeah.
but if they were showing up today, I would have had them in the infirmary probably with y'all, but
Okay.
they'll show up somewhere else. And same with Heath's new character
Right.
whenever he
Right.
wants to join us again. Yeah, well,
Okay.
It was
it's
a
pretty
good
easy
group,
to
though. I
have
liked
people
it.
show up.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess they could have, like, if assuming that they were in the infirmary, which I thought might be possible,
Mhm.
Mama would have let them know that we're
Yeah,
headed a particular direction.
yeah,
So maybe that's a way to connect things.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I really liked getting to meet Rook. I like that there's more old characters. It's really interesting. Um, yeah, the tactical retreat was such a good idea. Very, very good. I was like, I haven't run a combat in this yet. It looks like it might be messy. Um, so yeah, I was pleased to see that the acid didn't do direct damage. So could have been bad. But yeah, yeah. Exploring the world has been fun. I'm getting over the wall into the weeds is going to be real weird and nasty. I think we're going to get into some fun. I mean, we're getting into the Imago hardcore there, I think, depending on where we wind up. So yeah, we'll see where it gets us, and looking forward to just seeing where everyone takes us. Yeah, it's that like running a hex crawl. Like this is the only hex crawl I've run recently has been Mythic Bastionland, and that has like specific rules for things. It's more of like a narrative structured as a hex crawl, and this is just like, here's the world, do stuff. So it's a really different mode of playing than I'm used to, but definitely easing into it is really fun.
Where's your
I think in some ways it might be easier to think of it in terms of a point crawl.
Yeah, it's just a very complex point crawl.
Yeah, so far we still have goals that can create movement to specific places in the fiction.
Yeah, and there's plenty more that like pops up as it's really nicely interwoven. The one, it's not trouble I'm having, but after running UVG for a year, the setting is weird, but not that weird. So it's like trying to keep the tone like at the right place is an interesting challenge.
Right, and because the resolution system is so drastically different, there were so many things that we could just expound upon and take risks with.
Yeah, you can go up and punch God if you want to in UVG, but this is not so much.
What is UVG?
Ultraviolet Grasslands.
Ultraviolet Grasslands. Yes. Okay, I played that briefly.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It's super weird. Cool. We're right on time. Anything else before we sign off?
Yeah, we rested, so we get to clear our stress, right?
That is well, you used your rest action to clear off the acid.
Oh, okay, cool.
Instead of resting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was the penalty instead of taking a bunch of damage. Cool. I'm gonna stop the recording. Thanks anyone who is watching or listening.